My first essential musical is a musical that my parents lied.
What's it called?
It's called Dreamgirls.
Ah, right.
And my parents lied to my little sister and I when I was about 10 and she was 7, and they said they were bringing us into Daddy's office in Manhattan because he forgot something. He was a pajama salesman, and instead all of a sudden we drove up to these big lights and we were seeing a Broadway show, and up until a couple of years ago I had no I had no realization that I could not be in Dreamgirls. When I was in college, I always would sing songs from it and work on the songs. So Dreamgirls for me, it's a culmination of, an early Broadway experience that I went to with my family, and also soul music that I really love and am influenced by. And I loved seeing Jennifer Holliday bring down the house. And
do you think it's time for a revival on stage, perhaps?
Of Dreamgirls? Sure. Yeah, do you think they'll hire me?
You can keep on dreaming, I
By
guess.
osmosis? My husband's black. Maybe I'll...
What should we hear then from Dreamgirls?
Sorry. Let's play, I'm Telling You I'm Not Going.
Okay, let's hear it.
My next essential musical is a new musical called Spring Awakening.
Ah, now I've got to tell you, you're the first person to pick this show. We've not had that choice on here before. So, for those that don't know about it, and as you say, it's new, tell us the premise of Spring Awakening.
Oh God,
if you can.
I forget what it is. I think it's based on an Austrian novel.
What's the story? What's the story about?
It's a story about young people exploring their sexual freedom. And
why have you chosen it then?
I love it because, well, the music is wonderful. It's Duncan Sheik's music and Stephen Sater's lyrics, and it is a juxtaposition, a contradiction of terms, in that it's this old, I think it's 1800s type of story with this pop rock music and incredible vocal arrangements. And I think my biggest, the reason why I love it so much is because when I was in Rent and everyone was talking about, oh, there's just the energy on stage of these young people. When you're in something, you can't understand what it is that people are feeling. You're in it. You're doing your job. And so when I watched these kids, there was a reckless abandonment and way they're in their bodies, and the director just sort of encouraged them to just be kind of awkward, and it was just exhilarating. I was able to, for the first time, look at them and say, oh, maybe this is kind of what people felt and why Rent was special. So there was that connection to it.
Well, as you said, Spring Awakening is a relatively new musical. Do you think, having spent a little time here in England, that it would work in the West End?
I think so. I think for sure, yes, because it's universal themes about growing up and love and sexual liberation and all that kind of stuff that teenagers are dealing with, and the music just, music's a universal language, and it's just gorgeous. And it's not like Rent where it was specifically New York City, a certain part of New York City that you might not identify with if you're from a different place. So I think it will do really well.
What clean track
Yeah.
shall we hear from Spring Awakening?
The first song in Spring Awakening is a song called Mama Who Bore Me, and it starts out with this young girl, and she's standing on this chair, and she's looking in the mirror, and she's kind of looking at her body and how it's developing, and it's just a really unique, soulful song that she sings, and then the other girls have these great vocal arrangements behind her. And that's all I'm going to say.
Let's hear it.
Mama who bore me.
My My next essential musical is Funny Girl.
Oh.
I don't know if that's been brought up here.
Well,
A lot.
Not a lot. Hello, gorgeous. Why have you
Exactly.
chosen this?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Barbra Streisand. I'm a Jewish girl from Long Island, which is close to Brooklyn, and it's a movie. I never saw it on stage. My parents saw it, and they always talked about it. But it's a movie musical that I really love.
Well, you've specified, haven't you, the movie version?
Yes.
Directed, of course, by William Wyler.
Well, it's never been revived.
Well, and it's hard to imagine actually anybody other than Babs starring in it,
Yes.
isn't it? Really.
It really is, and
Well, some have said that because Funny Girl, made a star out of Barbara, that her success in sort of some ways overshadowed the show itself. Would you agree with that?
I wouldn't. That's possibly true, but as a kid, it was already there. I wasn't experiencing at the same time that was happening. So for me, it was just a classic movie that I loved to watch with my mom and my dad, and the idea of a young performer making good and sort of being successful in the entertainment world, and also some a woman that's not your typical beauty. I think I identify with that. Maybe that's a little bit of why I love my Wicked role as well. I don't know. I just
is Fanny a role that you'd like to tackle? I could see you as.
I would love to, but I pretty much decided I think that would be career nightmare.
Why?
Well, I've asked around a little bit. I've asked some people I trust in the business, and it's just that's one of those roles that people just. I mean, how do you get up there? The first line is "Hello, gorgeous." How do you say it in your own way without it seeming like you're trying to make a difference?